The last few hours of Genshin Impact has been pretty insane. All over social media, we have gotten information about the banner information for the first half of the upcoming patch, and also some drip marketing for 4.7 that we will see later. So, welcome back. How you guys all doing? How you guys doing? Sorry. Today we're going to talk about the banners for the 4.6 first phase, and also we're going to go through drip marketing for the subsequent patch. So, as we all know, Alecino and Lini are coming in for the first phase once the patch drops this week. So, we also have commission of the accompanying 4 stars. We have Lynette, who's Lina's sister, Femine, who is the brother, and also Xiangling for some reason, because Xiangling happens to be a secret Fatui member. Maybe she's gunning for the new position after Signora's. Well, in case you guys don't know, well, yeah. So, anyways, I think it makes pretty much canonical sense. Obviously, they're all siblings and they all belong to the House of the Huff, which Alecino is the father of. Of course, I know we just joke about Xiangling, like why is she there? But for newer players coming to the game, Xiangling's actually pretty great. Xiangling, I don't think Xiangling needs constellations, but constellations definitely help her quite a lot, especially her C4, which extends her Pyronado, her main source of damage, by quite a considerable amount. So I think that this is actually not a bad banner. I mean, obviously, Femine is a bit of an odd place because it's a physical DPS, and physical is in the worst shape in terms of the meta. Lynette's pretty okay for a newer player. She does get better constellations and everything, but while she's probably not the best character in the game, or like not even one of the best 4 stars, some people can make her work, and I don't think she's that bad. Like I said, Femine is the one that's in an awkward position, and that's how it is when it comes to physical. Next, we're going to look at Lini himself. Lini is actually a pretty good DPS. He is Pyro Bow character. He is a charge shot play style. So it's very similar to characters like Ganyu and Tainari. So I know that this may not be a playstyle that people like. But he does 2 decent damage. And like I say, if you are a fan of charge shot characters, maybe Lini is someone that you may want to pick up, but you may have picked it up on 4.0. And yeah, like he's pretty decent. He works very well with Xiangling as well, and Bennett. So for those of you who don't know, Bennett's going to come to the store in May. So, it could be a pretty decent call with the 3 of them for a mono pyro team and a flex for the 4th. Alecino, there's still a lot of information coming out regarding her best teams and everything. I do think that if you're going with mono pyro, just like Lini, Xiangling is going to be pretty good. Femine, unfortunately, because he too is a DPS, he's not going to be. He's not going to team up very well with Alecino. Lynette could see some use because she's animal, she can swirl. But if you have someone like Kazuha or even like Shen Yun or Sucrose, then that will be pretty much moot at that point. All in all, I can see the direction they're going with this banner. Obviously because of the family and everything. And somehow Xiangling is the 5th auxiliary member of the House of the Huff. Coming to the weapon banner, so we have the signature weapons of Alecino and Lini. Not much has to be said. Lini's weapon can actually be used in a few places, on a few teams. They're not as universal as, let's say, like Tainari's weapon, which is the Hunter's Path, or like Staff of Homer and stuff. They are more niche towards that character. The fun thing about Alecino's spear or polearm is that the scythe that you see in like the live stream, it's only active when she uses her signature weapon. So let's say if you use Staff of Homer or something else, it's not going to proc that scythe that you see on the animations. So if you care about the aesthetic, I mean, like, it is the best slot. It works well with her. I don't know whether it works well with other characters. But it's something. Let's say if you really are invested to her, you want to really like bring her to bring out her signature weapon, then it's obviously an okay banner. Looking at the other weapons on the banner for the 4 stars, Favonius Warbow. Favonius is always a decent weapon. The Eye of Perception, pretty bad weapon all in all. The Dragon's Bane is pretty good for EM characters. So like teams or vaporized teams with like Xiangling, stuff like that. Dragon's Blade is actually a pretty good weapon. And then we have the Dog Hand's Assistant. I think this is the Power Sword. I forgot this weapon is called. Both of them are pretty niche weapons. I know that the Dog Hand's Assistant is like a HP scaling weapon, so it could be decent on characters like Furina or Nilu. It's still pretty niche though, so I wouldn't really recommend wishing on this banner. Just for like the 4 Volumes Warble or whatever. So yeah, it's one of those unless you really want a signature weapons pull on it. Like I said, Genshin's weapon banner can be pretty hard to recommend for players as compared to like Star Rails, but it is what it is. Now, going on to the other hot news, and I will go, we have drip marketing for not 1, not 2, but 3 characters coming in 4.7. The very first one is Chlorine. Chlorine is someone that we've seen ever since the start of Fontaine. Finally, she's coming. She is confirmed to be Electro. We don't know her. They don't show the rarity of the characters in the drip marketing. But I think we can assume that she's going to be a 5-star. And we can assume that through the cutscenes that we've seen in game, that she's a sword character. As you can see from this cutscene, she holds the Iron Sting. So I think it's pretty easy to assume that she is going to be an Electro sword character and most likely a 5-star as well. While they don't show a weapon here, this is probably her signature that's going to be featured. Obviously, you can only see the hilts and the handguard. So that's that. I think people are also just interested to see how her gun mechanic plays into Genshin because there's no gun weapon so far. I'm not going to read all this because it's quite chunky words, but it talks about her history as a champion duelist, which is her job in the story or in Fontaine. Really surprised to see that Navia wasn't really mentioned, considering the bond between both of them. But it is what it is. So yeah, the drip marketing, she's confirmed coming. We don't have a guarantee of what star or what rarity she is. But we could probably assume that she's gonna be a 5-star. Now, we also have Sichuan. So Sichuan is someone that we've seen in 4.1 during the Fortress of Merapete quest. She is confirmed to be Hydro. We don't know her weapon, unfortunately, because we have not seen her use any weapon besides her gun. But like I said, because we don't have a gun class or a gun weapon type in Genshin, it's hard to say what weapon she is. For all we know, she could be like a Claymore user that also has a gun. We don't know. Also, like I said, don't know the rarity of of Sichuan yet. But yeah, a lot of this text talks about her. She's of the child model, so it is what it is. So technically child models tend to use more stamina or are more stamina dependent when dodging or dashing as compared to like the tall characters, obviously, because of the size. But yeah, like I said, we don't know the weapon, we don't know the rarity. She could be 5-star, she could be a 4-star because she was quite prominent in the story as well. Weapon type we do not know, but I will assume that her gun at the very least will make a play in a mechanic. We also get this quote from Emil. Emil is someone that has been hinted at. If you have played the 4.3 story with the Fontanella Film Festival, Emil was actually someone who was featured in that story. She didn't make an appearance, but when they were investigating the flowers, when Chevrus is investigating the flowers, Emil was the person who helped her with the scent and with the type of flower to find out there was actually a special breed that was nurtured by, Indian, as you guys can guess, one of the people from the Two Musketeers. So yeah, like I said, we do not know her rarity. It's still relatively unknown, but we can probably take a guess of she might be, for all we know, she might be a catalyst user and she may use a gun. She could be a Claymore user and still use a gun. We don't know. We can only find out once things become official. And of course, if you want to look at leaks, to do it yourself. We don't discuss leaks over here. The last character we're going to talk about is Cethos. All right, Cethos was featured in the 4.6 live stream. He looks like he's going to play a major part in the Sino second story quest. It's confirmed to be Electro, and he's holding the Scion of the Blazing Sun, which is the Battle Pass bow. So he's probably an Electro bow character. So just like Fischl. Rarities unknown. I would assume that he's going to be 4 stars. I said he could be a 5 star for all we know, based in Sumeru. Let's see whether this one has this. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the Sumeru vision icon. Every area has every land in Tibet, their vision is different. So this is actually the design for Sumeru. In case you guys weren't already told from the live stream. But yeah, we don't know how he's gonna play. I think that it's gonna be interesting. I would think that he's going to be a little bit niche. But you know what? Yeah, that's about it. Obviously, we have not seen him in the story yet. We'll see that him in 4.6 in Sino's second story quest. So maybe when he's introduced officially in game, maybe more people will be more interested in using him. Where so that I guess that's why I don't think his hype is there right now. Whereas compared to like Siege Wing and especially Clorend, who featured heavily over the past few weeks, especially Clorend herself, they have obviously generated more hype. You can see that they have been liked more, retweeted more, and so yeah, Clorend is definitely going to be on the people to do list, and yeah, we're going to see how that plays out. I think it's pretty interesting. Genshin has never really released like many characters. Like this patch has released 3 characters. Usually, once the Archon quests are done, you usually see a bit of fall off in the character releases. Sumeru is very infamous, where 3.5 there's only a Dea, 3.6 there's only what's his name called? Dea and Mika, sorry. 3.6 was Baiju, and Kave 3.7 was Kirara 3.8. There was no characters. Whereas we see like even though last patch, even this current patch 4.5 was only have Shiori, I think it's quite interesting to see that like 4.7 has had 3 characters being drip marketed. Obviously, maybe we might see a break in 4.8 because it's summer and it's moving towards 5.0 towards Natlan. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the recent news. And if you're going to pull for Cloran and also Alucino or Linne. Other than that, take care, stay safe, be good to yourselves and the people around you. And we'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, and I stream live on Twitch. So check me out, check the link below. See you guys next time. Stay healthy, stay safe.